Welcome back to Rooted and Refined here at the Zodak Tea Room. I'm your host, Brandon, and today we're talking about the one thing in your kitchen that is currently sabotaging your tea. Think about it, when you brew a cup of tea, about 99% of what's in that mug is actually water. We spend so much time obsessing over the perfect loose leaf blend or the fancy ceramic pot, but we treat the water like a background character. In reality, water is the solvent. It's the engine that pulls the health benefits and the flavor out of the leaf. If your water is broken, your tea will be too. Today, we're going to fix your brew by looking at the chemistry of your tap. The chemistry of the solvent. You've probably heard people talk about hard water and soft water. To someone who doesn't know chemistry, that sounds weird. How can a liquid be hard? Well, it all comes down to minerals like calcium and magnesium. Imagine your water is like a bus. If the bus is already packed with mineral passengers, hard water, there's no room for the tea passengers, the antioxidants and flavors, to get on. This is why tea brewed with very hard water often looks dark, cloudy, and has a weird oily film on top. The minerals are literally fighting the tea leaves. On the flip side, soft water is like an empty bus. It has plenty of room to carry everything the tea leaf has to offer. From garden to cup, this mineral battle doesn't just change the taste, it changes the health benefits. Green tea is famous for its catechins, those supercharged antioxidants we talked about in episode 1. But here's the catch, catechins are very sensitive to pH levels. If your water is too alkaline, meaning it has a high pH, common in many city tap waters, those antioxidants actually start to break down and disappear before you even take a sip. By simply using filtered or slightly more acidic water, you are protecting the good stuff in the tea, ensuring that your body actually gets the wellness boost you're looking for. The art of the perfect brew. So, how do you get the perfect water without a lab coat? The goal is balance. You don't want distilled water because it's too empty, it makes tea taste flat and dull. You want water that has a tiny bit of mineral content, around 50 to 150 parts per million. The easiest trick. If you live in an area with hard water, use a simple carbon filter pitcher. It removes the heavy minerals and the chlorine. And if you're really serious, pay attention to the bubbles. In the tea world, we look for fish eyes, those tiny bubbles that form just before the water boils. If you overboil your water, you drive out all the oxygen, and the tea ends up tasting dead. Steeped in history. Fact. This obsession with water isn't new. In the 8th century, the tea Saint Lu Yu wrote the classic of tea, and he dedicated an entire chapter just to water. He actually ranked water sources for the perfect brew. His verdict: mountain spring water was the gold standard, river water was okay, and well water was the absolute worst. He believed that water from slow-moving mountain streams was alive and sweet, while stagnant well water was heavy and stale. Even 1,200 years ago, they knew that the source changed the soul of the tea. Water and wellness. When you match the right water to the right tea, you're not just making a drink, you're creating a delivery system for health. For green tea, aim for softer water to keep it bright and sweet. For a robust black tea, a little bit of mineral hardness can actually help bring out those malty, earthy notes. It's all about tailoring the environment to let the leaf shine. Finding your flavor. This week, I have a challenge for you. Brew your favorite tea twice. Once with straight tap water, and once with filtered or bottled spring water. Look at the color, smell the aroma, and taste the difference. You'll be shocked at how a simple change in your hidden ingredient can refine your entire experience. We've mastered the leaves, the herbs, and the water. You're practically a tea master now. But there is one final piece of the puzzle that almost everyone gets wrong, and it has to do with time. Did you know there is a specific golden window for steeping where the health benefits are at their peak, but if you go 60 seconds past it, the tea actually turns into a toxic stressor for your stomach? And while we're talking about mastery, our next episode of the history of tea takes us to the high mountains of Japan. We're going to see how a group of rebel monks smuggled those forbidden seeds out of China and created the most disciplined, beautiful, and sometimes deadly tea ceremonies the world has ever seen. Until then, remember, keep your water pure and your tea refined. Happy steeping!